So you left Cardiff when you were about 18 after your scholar. How did you find that transition? Obviously, of getting released and then the process of finding a new club and dealing with that mentally as well.
Yeah, I think mentally, like I've spoke about it previously, I think it wasn't fine. Like I wasn't happy with it, obviously,
Yeah.
but I still had that hunger, that mindset of, all right, it's happened now. You got to do something about it, and
Yeah.
there's no point sort of sulking about it. Like the decision's made, you got to sort of get back in the gym. You got to go to clubs, but yeah, I was just sort of trying to find places that were looking for goalkeepers, and I've said in the past, I think at the time. And I think we touched on about when you went on loan and things like that, you maybe overestimate yourself as like an asset to a club.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was probably thinking, oh, I'll go in, I'll be third choice in the first team.
You know
and
your ability, like.
I think I'm like technically probably quite relatively good at that point in time, but I was like, especially now I sit back and I like played a lot of games at a non-league level, and I'm better now than I ever was then.
Yeah.
And I'm still nowhere near it. So, when you sort of put it like in that
Do
perspective,
yourself an injustice there.
no, it is one of them things. But yeah, I think that was the biggest thing, and I sort of realised that football's about opinions, and I could have rocked up on someone else's door, and you could be playing in Football League. Like it is all about opinions, but I think a lot of that was just taking the time to take stock of yourself and really think about where you want to go and how low you're willing to drop down. Like you see a lot of people hold on to that status of a club or a league just for that status itself.
Yeah.
But once Merthyr became available and I knew I could play at non-league, that was sort of I thought maybe the back door in.
Yeah.